On this, the 12th day of Christmas, some of us have already packed up their Christmas decorations. But some of us, we're holding off until after tomorrow's Feast of Epiphany, when we celebrate the arrival of the wise ones who came bearing gifts. Now, I've heard some people express their disappointment that this year our COVID-muted Christmas celebrations haven't quite satisfied their longings. Sometimes our expectations get in the way of what is. There's a story about a little boy who wanted desperately to meet God. The little boy knew it was a very long trip to where God lives, so he packed a suitcase with some tubes of Smarties and some cans of Coke, and he set off on his quest to meet God. When the little boy had gone half a mile or so, he met an old woman, and she was sitting in the park just staring at some pigeons. The boy sat down next to the old woman and he opened up his suitcase. And the little boy was about to take a drink from one of his cans of Coke when he noticed that the old lady looked hungry. So he offered her some of his Smarties. The old woman gratefully accepted the Smarties and smiled at the little boy, and her smile lit up her whole face. It was so lovely. The boy wanted to see her smile again, so he offered her a drink of Coke. And once again, the old woman smiled at him, and the little boy was delighted. They sat there all afternoon, eating and smiling, but they never said a word. As it grew dark, the boy realized how tired he was, and he got up to leave, but before he'd gone more than just a few steps, he turned around and he ran back to the old woman, and he gave her a big hug. And the old woman, she gave him her biggest smile ever. When the little boy opened the door to his own house a short time later, his mother was surprised by the look of pure joy on his face. So she asked him, "What did you do today that made you so happy?" The little boy declared, "I had lunch with God." And before his mother could respond, he added, "You know what? She's got the most beautiful smile I have ever seen." Meanwhile, the old woman, also radiant with joy, returned to her home. Her son was stunned by the look of peace on his mother's face, and he asked her, "Mother, what did you do today that's made you so happy?" And the old woman replied, "I ate Smarties with God." And before her son could respond, she added, "You know, God's much younger than I expected." As you pack your decorations away, I hope that they remind you of the many divine encounters you have enjoyed during these 12 days of Christmas. And if not, might I suggest you pack up some Smarties and maybe a few cans of Coke. Don't forget your mask. And then go out. For I am sure the Divine One would be happy to see the divinity which lives in you. Shalom, dear ones. Shalom.